going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome into CHGO Bulls Pregame, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook. Download that app and use promo code CHGO when you sign up. What's going on, everybody? I'm Peck. You can follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Peck. My guys, Big Dave, Bal, BNWL Sports, Will, the GOAT, Will_Gottlieb, and our pal and producer, Joey, running the controls, is at Joey Spathis.
Joseph.
Joey, how's that climb to 1,000 going?
It's going.
Get that man to 1,000 before
Slow and
the
steady.
end of 2022.
Slow and steady wins the race.
This is true. That's a fact, actually.
How we doing, gentlemen? How was the Thanksgiving weekend? How did it treat y'all?
I feel like
man,
I haven't seen
great.
you guys in so long.
It's been a minute, but we were here Friday.
2 days.
Yeah, we were here Friday watching the Bulls lose
That's
that
called withdrawal.
stupid game to the Thunder. I mean, I love you guys, but I didn't miss you that much.
This is true.
I had myself a fun weekend.
Yeah, I had a pretty damn good weekend. It was cool. It was very chill, but it was very good. It's very good. Shout out to my family.
Good.
It was good.
Shout out to
Good.
Big Dave's
Yeah.
family.
It was
hear
good.
that.
Also, my Monday just improved tremendously because when
Why?
I walked in here, like, an hour or so ago, I saw Jake and Kev
Yeah.
putting the final bells and whistles together on our office's brand new NFL Blitz arcade game.
Brand new NFL Blitz.
Booted it
game.
up. Jake and I just played the
true.
first ever
I
game
saw
on
it.
the office Blitz machine.
Yes.
Smoked him 21-7.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did, sir.
Nothing but tutties.
That was the first half?
That was, yeah, we only had time to play first half because then we had to get organized for pregame.
Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense.
I told him to keep practicing and we can finish that game later.
Yeah, talking that crap.
Yeah!
I love it. We should play it at halftime.
I'm down.
Oh,
I mean, we can
I forgot who I'm
multitask.
talking to. Matt's insane.
We can play while we watch.
Just sweat dripping all over the controls.
Nicholas in the comments. Thoughts on that Ringer article, fellas?
Let's go.
I mean, I quote tweeted it with my thoughts, which were, it raised some interesting points. Some of it was true. Some of it was utter nonsense.
Yeah.
I tend to disagree with more of it than what I agreed with.
That. yeah. What he said. Exactly what he said about it.
I feel like we could spend like a full hour on that.
I agree.
I don't want to.
I agree. I think we could spend a full hour on that.
I don't know if I want to tip my hand at all. I'm not ready.
Ooh.
I'm not ready.
Oh, are you saying
Will's not
it's
tipping
a
his
rebuttal
hand.
coming? Like, is it an ether coming, Will? Is that what you're saying?
Not gonna say.
Not gonna say. All right, diss track of the century on the way. All right, all right. Come on, man, I'm ready for it. But yeah, it was. Yeah, come on. Stop.
Meanwhile, Preston has volunteered to single-handedly make enough burner Twitter accounts to get Joey to 1,000 followers.
Let's go.
Thank you, Preston. Half of my accounts that follow me are, I'm pretty sure, bots. So that's fine with me.
What are you talking about? Elon runs a tight ship, Joey.
He does
there
not.
are no
That's
bots
so
anymore.
not true. There's more bots than ever.
Bots than ever. Well, let all the bots follow Joey and the CHGO Bulls account.
Yeah,
'cause
the
they're
only
very
bots
close
that
to
don't follow
5,000.
me are the porn bots in the chat. They don't
Porn
follow me.
bots.
They don't follow me.
Shout out to the
Come
porn
on.
bots.
Come on. Follow Joey.
Come
Porn
on,
bots are people
Porn
too,
bots.
Joey.
What are we doing here?
That's right. What are you doing?
Don't know what they're doing.
So people in the comments are kind of wondering what's going to happen tonight. Vo thinks that Lauri's about to drop the hammer on us.
Think so?
Meanwhile, Locon and our guy Troy, shout out to Troy, both are thinking that maybe P. Will is about to shut down Lauri Markkanen
Ooh.
tonight.
Two ways to go with this.
There was a little bit of a question as to whether or not Lauri would play. He is officially
He is
active
available.
tonight, as is Alex Caruso, who popped up on the injury report after that Thunder game
Yes.
with a strained foot muscle or something.
Yes, correct.
But he is available to play as well.
They actually updated it. Apparently, it was an ankle, not a foot. There was a
Oh,
misinterpretation. I
It's
guess,
all the
from
same
Bulls,
thing.
But yes, he is available.
well, that is good news. But speaking of Lauri, obviously that is one of the biggest storylines for Bulls fans coming into this game tonight. Lauri's third team, second since leaving the Bulls in that sign and trade after.
I thought you were going to say third team All NBA. That
It's about to
you
be.
scared me there
it's
for a
not
second.
quite there.
It's on the
Scared
way.
me there for a
It's
second.
He's
on the
not
way.
quite there.
Third
But he
team,
is
All
having
NBA.
himself a heck of a season
way, on
so
the way.
far.
Yes.
He did a interview with our guy Casey Johnson over there at NBC Sports Chicago.
Shout out.
Leading up to this game, and I thought some of the things that Lauri had to say were interesting. And I guess the more you're removed from something, the more kind of reflective and insightful you can be, thinking back to what worked, what didn't work. I don't know. What did anything necessarily jump out to either of you guys from some of those thoughts that Lauri Markkanen offered in his most recent chat about leaving the Bulls?
I'm sitting here reading it. This is my first time seeing it right here, what he's saying. And just reading, I'm like, this is the stuff I said for years when he was here. Like, he is not a guy who, if it's on him, he's going to respond very well. He's a team-oriented kind of guy. He likes to be a part of the winning. He doesn't want to be the total reason of it. But now, if he knows that about himself, and he has a nice point guard, he also has to have a nice point guard. That's very key for him. If he has those two things, he will thrive and he will ball out. He never had any of those things here. And they wanted to bring those things out of him. You know, hey, bring the ball up. Hey, shoot the threes. Hey, get in the post. You wanted to get those things out of him. But you have to be at a certain comfort level, you know, to get that happening for you. While he's in Utah, he is just completely comfortable. That's all you're seeing. It's just a dude who's comfortable, who's got a coach that truly believes in him. And he has a great point guard in Mike Conley. And so when he gets the ball, he immediately just, wow, I know what to do now. And let me come do this, and let me shoot these ridiculous fadeaways, and let me go dunk on people and get these rebounds and do all the stuff you wanted him to do when he was here in Chicago, man. Life is a 90% mental move and a 10% physical one. And he had the physical down. He just didn't have the mental down. The mental is now together in Utah, and that's why you're seeing what you're seeing.
I agree with 100% of what you just said. All very well put. I mean, it's almost like guys aren't finished products at the age of 22.
I'm shocked.
Shocker.
You want to say that once again for our guy Mark K?
Joe,
I mean,
product.
it's true.
Joe is absolutely a finished product at 23.
He's done. No more growth
You're
for him.
still getting better, dude. You're on your way to 1K.
I thought you meant
Once you get to
Finnish,
1K,
like from Finland, like you know.
Ooh. Oh.
Come on. You didn't like that one?
Actually, you know what? I take that back. Joey's not a finished product. Because anytime he admits to me that he hasn't seen some movie or some show or doesn't know what a word is or what a word means,
you want to jump out of your seat.
I tell him to go back to school.
This is true all the time.
You know.
And criticize him
He
for
is a
being
work in
young.
progress.
Yes, he does do that.
Criticize him for being.
I do have one thing to add here. Somebody says, all the homies in this pregame chat, go Bulls. I swear, Will always looking like he ready to DJ at a Vegas nightclub. Listen, I love you, man. Have you ever been to a Vegas nightclub? That is not, I don't think that's what DJs would wear at, I don't think.
They're unassuming.
Like a 15-year-old plaid LL Bean shirt. I don't know.
And just a pair of jeans, like he just looks like any guy. I feel like.
He's like, who's that?
Yeah, but
what's my man's name I'm thinking of?
Isn't like the shorter jean leg kind of like trendy, hip?
Like those DJs aren't really
and the shoes with no socks look
crazy.
That's like something that
I guess.
Right,
I just
smokers.
I don't think so.
you have socks? Oh yeah, they're just little ankle socks. You can't tell.
Like honestly, man, like go look up all those DJs, bro. Like they're very plain.
They're plain, yes, but we got a guy that's rocking like a marshmallow on his head. Will's just wearing a flannel and a white shirt.
Yeah, and he can spin some records. Like he can do that, man.
I don't doubt that.
Chris Martin from Coldplay right here. Look at that outfit, man. It's on point. You look nice, man.
I guess. Thanks, guys.
You look nice, man. It's nice.
I'm taking it. You do look nice.
Know more
for
information
sure.
about this marshmallow DJ that you just mentioned.
You don't know DJ Marshmallow?
No.
He's called Marshmallow Matt. He wears no one's ever seen his face. He's got a marshmallow on his face.
Joey, pull up a photo for him, Joey.
you're being for real.
No,
you're not messing with me.
No, not.
There's a famous DJ called DJ Marshmallow.
He's gonna pull up the pictures for you. Don't worry.
I feel like that's a common thing in the
just called
DJ
Marshmallow.
community.
Yep.
What?
There he is, right
Guys
there.
just wearing
that's him.
My God.
Yeah, super famous, man.
I mean, I feel
Fortnite
like
did their
people
whole thing
at
with him.
those kinds of nightclubs, EDM and all that stuff are, tripping balls hard enough without seeing that. They're going to have nightmares looking at that.
They're gonna have a good time.
Well, yeah.
It's gonna be awesome. Oh, come on, man. We grew up with Daft Punk. I mean, this is what people do, man.
Yeah, and I never understood their look either.
Their music is amazing.
I love Daft Punk's music. It was dope music.
Amazing, man. Music's
Didn't
amazing.
understand the whole Tron thing, but
Watch the movie Frank.
okay.
To watch that, it was a good one.
Yeah, why
Michael
is the
Fassbender.
marshmallow's eyes X'd out? Is he a dead marshmallow?
He's on drugs. What do you
Okay.
mean?
Maybe I'll wear that to the next pregame show.
Oh, I don't know why, but I think you would do that. I think you would wear a marshmallow head.
Where would you even get one of those?
That's a good question,
The
Joey.
internet?
You could definitely get a replica.
There it is.
But I always wonder, his the
people
official
that
one.
didn't
The official one has to be super high quality. It's got to be breathable. I like to imagine it's like Iron Man
Porcelain.
and he's got a computer display on the inside.
Yes.
Probably not, but
Who's the one with the LED screen on his the mouse head?
Dead Mouse.
Dead Mouse, thank you.
I don't listen to any of these people. I want to make that clear. But that is, yeah.
I want to make that clear.
Here you go. Spirit Halloween Store. DJ Marshmallow.
There it is.
$38.99.
There it is, y'all. Go grab your one.
That is a bucket with spray.
You get what you pay for.
That's something your parents would do. You're like, I want to be Marshmallow Mom. I can do that right now.
We got Marshmallow at home.
Home Depot, here we come.
Home Depot, we are on the way. Yes. Shout out.
We are off the rails.
Got
a good
slightly
place to be.
distracted with that tangent. So while we're distracted and on a tangent, let me give a shout out to our friends at DraftKings real quick. When we come back, we're going to keep talking about Lauri Markkanen and the season he's having.
I want to keep talking about me.
Okay.
That's not a bad thing. Will.
And DJs
Yeah.
that look weird. Tonight's episode of Pregame is brought to you guys by DraftKings Sportsbook. NBA fans, the NBA season's heating up, and there are still so many unknowns. Like, is Lauri Markkanen going to be an all-star this season? When I'm looking to get in on the betting action, I do it with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA and our official betting partner at CHGO.
Word.
New customers can bet just $5 pregame money line on any NBA team. And if that team wins that game, you're looking at $150 in free bets. Check this out, too. Right now, everyone can earn up to a 100% boost with the DraftKings stepped-up same-game parlays. So go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app, place the same-game parlay, combine multiple bets like which team will win, how many rebounds is Vooch getting tonight, how many dimes will Ayo have tonight, how many headbands will Caruso wear tonight.
Can you bet on missed dunks from Lauri?
No.
Over and under 0.5 missed dunks.
But you know what? If you could, I'd bet the under tonight because
Yeah.
Lauri apparently,
he's not
after
missing
leaving the Bulls,
He knows.
learned how to dunk.
This is right.
He is
Happy
not
learned
missing
how
the
to
dunk
putt.
tonight.
Larry learned how to dunk.
Happy
Just
learned
takes
how
some
to
time
putt.
for some people.
That's all it needs, man. That's all it needs.
So the more legs you add on those parlays, the bigger the boost, the bigger your shot to win big. Download that DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Sign up with that promo code CHGO. One more time, you could also do that $5 moneyline bet in any NBA game. And if your team wins that bet, $150 is coming your way in free bets.
Nothing wrong with that.
Don't forget that promo code CHGO at DraftKings Sportsbook. It was really cool to hear Lauri offer his thoughts on what he thinks is working with this Utah Jazz team and what they're doing offensively.
Okay.
You know, and you saw that quote graphic earlier talking about playing unselfish basketball and him saying that's where I can be at my best. And it kind of goes into what you were saying, Dave, of the Lauri wanting to be a piece, but not the piece
Right.
to build a team around when Bulls fans years back were hoping that maybe he was a cornerstone.
Yeah. Hand him
And
the
maybe
crown. Yeah.
not being that kind of guy. But it also kind of makes me think back to what a lot of Bulls fans thought the biggest problem for Lauri was, which was him being okay being passive as opposed to being the aggressor out there to say, give me the ball, give me my touches, I'm going to go get shots up and turn myself into a star level offensive player.
Yeah.
And that he only showed us little bits and pieces of that, glimpses of that while he was here, certain game or certain stretch of games. But the fact that it seems to be working for him in Utah and, change of scenery, whatever it is, but he's still that guy as far as his, his frame of mind is concerned. I like playing unselfish basketball with a lot of ball movement and a lot of guys moving around. That's where I can get my looks. Guys making extra passes, moving off the ball. And he said, not saying it didn't happen like that in other places, i.e. Chicago, but I think it's just our personnel fits the system and everything's clicking. So what do you guys make of that?
See, if you look again, the things he's talking about is system, teammates, you know,
Right.
things like that. That's all just important to him. He does not like being the focus, He likes spreading it around and everybody. Even if you watch Utah games, he like comes in and he goes out, as far as when he knows to take over, when he knows to get the ball, and when he doesn't want it, Sometimes he'll just hang out around the three-point line and let Jordan Clarkson do what he does. Because Jordan Clarkson is not going to pass the ball. He's not going to do that.
That is
you know what I'm
facts.
saying? It's not his thing. And Lauri is okay with that. He's like, cool, go do your thing. I'll go stand over here when you need me. Or I'll go, get a rebound and things. I think that's the frustrating part, Matt, is knowing to do the things when he doesn't have the basketball. And I think that's what frustrates people more. Because you would say, okay, bet, fine, go get the rebound. Fine, go get the block out. Fine, go get these blocks. Go do these other things that you're 7 feet tall and people 7 feet tall can do. And he wouldn't do them consistently when he was here in Chicago. for me, it's just all mental. It's just all a mental move with him. He knows this stuff. He knows to do it. I watched too much Finland basketball to know that he knows what he's doing out there. And it was just a mental move here, and it wasn't clicking here. Now, I can blame some of the players or personnel that was here. I can definitely blame some of the head coaching that was here, but he just didn't have it. It didn't click for him, man. And the fact that he would just be comfortable standing on the three-point line and shooting threes, and they were comfortable with him continuing to do that, it wasn't going to work here, man. And honestly, I'm just glad it worked there. But I think that's the frustration, is the complete game is now official for him.
Well, he's gotten better in various aspects of the game, but I think it's very system driven. Like we use this term system player like it's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I think it speaks to the kind of offense that your team is running.
Yeah.
And Will Hardy has put in a really, really awesome offense. It's really clicking.
Yeah.
And it gets everybody involved. And it's not just like, you'll have your chances. Zach, now you get your isolations. DeMar, all right, now it's your turn.
Right.
It's like everybody's involved on the weak side actions. Everybody's involved throughout like the entirety of the play, even if it's not within like the main action or the primary action. So I think system really affects players' development.
Yeah.
If they're standing in the corner waiting for kick out passes, I mean, we're having literally the exact same conversation with Patrick right now. And so it's like, it's not just about like, he's not a finished product of 22. I think that's part of it, but it's also like, what is your team doing to emphasize your skill set, to maximize and optimize who you are as a player?
Correct.
And I don't think the Bulls have done that with any of their young players in the past 7 years.
That part.
But I think you look at that in contrast to what the Jazz are doing, where they're doing a great job of it, and now you're seeing Markkanen really flourish. So I don't think he's like developed any like wildly different skills. Like he's not turned into like this dominant post presence.
Right.
He's not like taking guys off the dribbles, I mean, he can kind of do that, but it's more like attacking closeouts. It's like, where does he fit within the flow of the offense? I think the Jazz are doing a really good job. And that's why you have this like misfit group of guys who like were traded from all different teams around the league. And like, it's working because the offense is really like making those guys more than the sum of their parts.
And Matt, I can't stress this enough to people. How much being comfortable matters.
Yeah.
And being right mentally matters, to these guys out here like Lauri. It's not like that with everybody. Some guys want everybody, to eat lightning and crap thunder, to borrow that from Rocky. They want everybody tough out here from day one. This is what you do. You want Derrick Rose all the time. You want Jimmy Butler all the time. Some guys ain't like that. Some guys got to like everybody they around to be comfortable. Everything has to be right for that way. Do you remember? I remember when Billy Donovan first got here, and he said one thing that surprised him is when he asked Zach, had he and Lauri had conversations about pick and rolls. And he was like, I never even talked to him about that ever. They never had that conversation as teammates. And that's all they ran. And they never had the conversation off the floor about it. That's the stuff about Lauri. He's got to have that conversation. He's got to like you. You know what I mean? Like this is he might be a 7-foot-tall dude, but this is still like a kid kind of mind here. You know what I'm saying?
I think the other thing is that he's playing worry-free because there are no expectations with this Jazz
That's
team.
fair. That's fair.
I think that kind of allows you to be
very fair.
more who you are. It's not like he's got to fit around Zach or Chris Dunn or Wendell or whoever it was. Like none of those guys developed, I think, for the same reason that Lauri didn't, for the same reason that people are frustrated with Patrick.
Right.
I don't put that on him as much. I mean, obviously, like you look at his three-point shooting numbers, they were never as good as you thought they were going to be, right?
Sure.
Like it was 35%. What is this guy doing shooting 35%?
Correct.
But I do think that that's system-related and the shots and the comfortability. So I just think it's all these things that kind of came together for him this year that just wasn't ever going to happen with the Bulls.
Speaking of coming together, Joey, let's take a look at these numbers that Lauri's putting up so far this season, because a lot of categories for Lauri in the stat boxes are on their way to being career highs. 21.7 points per game. That's a career high. 8.4 boards, 2.3 assists, a career high. There you see at the bottom is shooting splits, and you see that overall field goal percentage of 52 is a career high and by a good margin. As you mentioned, still just 36% from three. Certainly that's not his best career mark right there. But he's doing other things offensively. You know, Mark or Will, you said he's still not really like a big post player offensively, but he's finding other ways to score and finding other ways to get to the basket. He's also averaging a career high in free throw attempts at right around 4.5 right now. So it's not a ton, but it's still the most Lauri's seen in his career. Here's some of the other ones that I find interesting.
Okay.
Lauri is shooting a career low 39.6% of his total field goal attempts from behind that three-point line. His three-point volume has come down to a career low so far for the Jazz this season. Meanwhile, a career high 44.4% of his shots are coming from 0 to 10 feet. Oh, and by the way, he is shooting a career high 77.9% at the rim, a.k.a. 0 to 3 feet. That means converting dunks, among other things, Will.
Exactly what that means.
But that is the part of Lauri's game that we only saw in fleeting moments and were frustrated when it disappeared. And he has found that element to his offensive game with this Jazz team.
You know what that tells me is all this stuff around him is working. He's not breaking guys down. He's not the advantage creator. He's not breaking guys down off the dribble. He's not running pick and rolls.
Right.
But he's capitalizing when the ball gets moving, and he's able to attack closeouts. Like, that's where he was at his best. He had that little, like, one dribble behind the back and then get downhill. Like, he's able to do that a lot more consistently because the motion and the flow of the offense allows him to do that.
Yeah. It's all about the flow with him, man. That's what it like. And that point you made was very key about the 3-point shooting. Like, if you go look at his big games that he's had, like the last big game he had was 38 points, I think. He only took 3 threes, in that one, man. 3. Like, so that means everything else is I'm either getting to the line or I'm scoring inside. Right. So those games where
back in the day, we would get frustrated. We'd be like, Lauri took 11 shots tonight, and 9 of them were threes,
right,
and he went 2 of 9 from downtown.
Oh, God, yes. God, yes. That used to be his stat line with 4 rebounds.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be that all the time. But no, he always had that stuff in him. He just needed to pull it out. You made a great point about the coach bringing it out, because the coach stated that was one of the main things he wanted to do when he got here was make Lauri comfortable. He said that. He's like, I wanted to make him comfortable, let him know we believe in him and everything's okay. So when Lauri goes out there, he's not worried about making mistakes, like you said. Like, he's not worried about anything. Like, they're not even playing to win, if we're being honest. This was all to be a tank. You know what I'm saying? It was supposed to tank out here. He's like, okay, you missed a shot. It's cool. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? We'll draw you another one, man. That's why when he gets the ball at the end of the game, he's okay taking those shots now. You know what I mean? He's comfortable. He's comfortable, bro. He's at home. Finland. He's in Finland. Get you some of the hot songs.
Colin asking, is Lauri finishing better than 3% on poster dunks? On his career? No, that's still under 3%. He's working his way up, though. Man, some of these dunks he's had so far this season, they're impressive.
Climbing the ladder.
It was very funny.
Damon, I remember the Lauri game at the Garden, right? He mentioning, posterizing Porzingis. That's when we were all like, oh, shit, Lauri's a real deal.
The coming out game, I remember it well. He always played well against Porzingis, too, man. He always played well. What were you saying, Will?
It was just funny over the last 2 years to see Cavs fans and now Jazz fans, like, starting to realize that missed dunks are a thing with him.
Oh, yeah.
And just, like, tweets about how Lauri is missing kind of a weird amount of dunks.
Yeah.
All of them. Oh, my goodness. That drove me crazy.
It did.
Back in the day.
It did.
This Jazz team around Lauri, you guys, with our remaining time, got out to that crazy hot start that nobody saw coming because everyone saw the trade-offs of Mitchell and Gobert and thought, okay, this is a team that is tanking and collecting draft capital. Shocked everybody. Started, like 9-2, 9-3, something like that, but now have kind of come back down to earth. They come into tonight's game having lost their last 4 straight games and are 3-7 in their last 10.
Yep.
But despite that sinking record, they still have one of the most potent offenses in the NBA.
Yes, they do.
Their offensive rating of 116.2 is currently 4th among all NBA teams, and they're still getting it done, moving the ball, as Lauri talked about, 7th in the NBA in assists per game at 27.3, and they're a respectable team from behind the arc. 39.4 attempts on threes per game, which is 4th most in the NBA.
That's a lot.
And their conversion rate of 36.8%, 10th in the NBA. So this offense, the Bulls are going to need to be locked in defensively.
Gonna need to definitely. I'm sorry, go ahead, Will.
I was just going to say, even over the last 2 weeks when they've been losing, their offensive rating is still 6th in the league.
Yes.
So they're still
Yes.
it's more about the defense with this team. I mean, you have I don't even know what's going on with Mike Conley injury-wise, but you've got like Clarkson and Markkanen and Kelly Olynyk is playing big minutes. Like all these guys are just not.
Sexton.
Yeah, exactly. You know, they've got some good defensive players. I really like Jared Vanderbilt. Walker Kessler's got
Texas Ranger.
We've talked a lot about his rim protection ability. So they've got guys
the
there.
Most Utah Jazz player name of all time. Walker Kessler.
Texas Ranger. Oh, by the way, Joey, I peeped your life after death, man. Don't think I ain't see that.
You like that one?
I peeped that. I saw that.
I changed it right at the
I
end.
didn't even notice. Was it in one of those Lowry graphics?
Yes, it was in the Lowry graph. There it is,
Well,
right
okay.
there. You know that album? Because when I send him stuff, I always put an album title.
Right, sure.
And so he's continuing on with that. He likes putting that up. So do you know that album?
Did not even notice. I was looking at the numbers, but no, I don't know what that is.
You know the artist. You know the artist. Will, you?
Jay-Z?
Close. Very close.
Oh.
Right there. Very close. That's Notorious B.I.G. sir.
Notorious B.I.G.
Yes.
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah, I know
Study
who he
up,
is.
Matt.
I don't know all of his album names.
Back to school. Not a finished product.
Well done, Joseph.
Touche.
Well done,
young
Joseph.
sir. Real quick, guys, we still have
death.
about 4 hours of our Cyber Monday sale.
4 hours
It
today.
started arts and crafts by 4 hours today. We started our sale midnight Black Friday.
Yes.
The sale is still going
Yeah,
on
it
our
is.
website, allchgo.com, that merch locker.
Got mine.
Up to 50% off almost every single item in that merch locker. There you see some of those dope shirt and hoodie options. We also put out the CHGO beanie. The winter weather is upon us. You need to get yourself one of them beanies.
Yes, you do.
You need to cop yourself one of those King in the Fourth shirts if you haven't already. And here's the awesome part. If you are a CHGO diehard, on top of that 50% off most items in our merch locker right now, you get your diehard 20% off.
Ooh.
Savings on top of savings. And it is Cyber Monday for another 4 hours. More arts and crafts, more shopping at allchgo.com's merch locker.
Will, are you a beanie guy?
Yeah,
You are. You seem like
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
big beanie guy.
I can see that. I can see
I
that.
just
need to
ordered
get one of
mine.
those.
Yeah.
Can't wait to
do it
get
right
that. Are you a beanie guy?
Oh yeah. Come
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
Okay.
You see,
I was trying to
you know
remember.
I got fleet hats,
like
bro.
wintertime Dave.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah. Okay.
Wintertime day. I got them hats ready for that too, baby. Let's go. Can't wait.
Gentlemen, how do you see this this game going tonight?
Bulls win.
Okay.
I don't know why. That's just feelings. Like Bulls win.
This is not as daunting of a game as it looked on the schedule back before Utah
Fair.
had this little struggling spurt that they're in.
Fair point, but I'm looking at Patrick Williams as well because he's been out there talking crazy, and I like it, and I love every second of it, loving every minute of it. I enjoy it, but I'm looking at him. But I just think the Bulls bounce back and get this victory against the Utah Jazz, man.
What's the old DK line on this one? Do we know?
Bulls are slight dogs.
Slight
I
dogs.
believe they are plus 110. Basically a pick 'em.
It's like, dog.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like this is a game where they would, they've had that taste in their mouth for a few days. Shea got him with the pump fake, won
Got
the
him.
game on the free throws.
Yeah.
I feel like they've had time to sit with this one. Last year, if you would have asked me, I feel like this is a no-brainer. They come out and win.
Yeah.
But these games against the Magic and the Pelicans, where they lost and they needed to step up and win, and they didn't,
you
make me
pause.
a little bit nervous
Makes
about
sense,
this one. I'm still gonna go win, but I'm cautious.
Fair.
Yeah, no,
That's
it's
fair.
definitely nerve-wracking. And look, they may have been struggling coming into this game, losers of 4 straight coming into this game, but this Utah team, as we've seen, has caught a lot of teams off guard with their level of capability. A sort of weird assembly of broken and misfit toys of a team and a roster, but they've been finding ways to win games.
Treading water, baby. Treading
Exactly.
water.
Shout out to Manuel in the comments who said, "Love you guys. You make Bulls losses worth it because I listen. Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you, Manuel.
Shout out to Locom one more time. Who also said, "Sad Mormons tonight," with a shrugging emoji that I have never seen before. That always makes me think of that poster I saw in a Bulls Jazz game back in the day.
Okay.
The heyday of the dynasty.
Okay.
And it was Dennis Rodman had said something about Utah and the people of Utah and Mormons and Mormonism. And there was a Utah Jazz fan that had a sign at the old Delta Center that said, "I'd rather be a Mormon than a moron."
Ooh.
And I was like, okay, that's pretty
Solid.
clever.
Solid.
But you know what? I think I'd rather be Dennis Rodman than a Mormon living in Utah.
Oh, Peck has been waiting over 20 years to get that one off just for y'all, man. Oh, he's been waiting a long time for that. How'd that feel? Feel good?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like.
I mean, I still, even just like going into tonight's game against like Utah.
Yeah.
These white jerseys that they have that look like barely anything are kind of weird. You know, look like a summer league jersey or a G League jersey.
Yeah.
But the throwbacks, you know, they're wearing the purple with the Blue Mountain Majesties on them. And oh my gosh, it's like something triggered in my brain, and I was like, death to the Jazz.
No, all I see is victories when I see.
Well,
those
yeah,
jerseys.
that's true.
That's how I look at
but,
it.
I mean,
I see it.
Just blood, sweat, and tears back-to-back final. Those battles.
Yeah.
Stupid, sly little John Stockton.
He lost.
Piece of crap, Karl Malone.
He lost too.
Big L's.
All of them.
Big L's.
Big, huge ones. Byron Russell, L. Antoine Carr, L. Oh, Greg Ostertag, L. Then he got smacked by Shaq, double L.
It is
now
8:02.
Lauri Markkanen.
And now Lauri Markkanen, L. Come on with that.
I had to rock Lowry tonight, though, you guys, because I'm happy for him, and I
About the
wish nothing
sauce.
but the
We
best.
happy for him.
Got the sauce.
Won't you take this ass
Got
whooping?
the
Happy
jersey.
for him. Also want him to lose
Won't
tonight.
take this ass
Oh,
whooping?
for sure.
Yes,
For sure,
absolutely.
for sure, want to know.
You know who we here for, baby.
Thank y'all, everybody, for hanging out for pregame. We'll be right back here for postgame. Hit that like button before you head out. And while you're watching the Bulls game tonight, do a little bit of double tasking, multitask. Get your orders in. Do your holiday shopping at that CHGO merch locker up
Giving
to
stuff away.
50% off
Ridiculous.
through midnight tonight. All right, y'all. Go Bulls. Hopefully we're back here talking about a W in just a bit.
Yeah.
For Joey, Will, and Dave, Peck, see you. Be good.
Hit the like.
Peace.